everybody. Happy, what day is it? Monday. Happy Monday. I'm having a rough day. I'm annoyed about a lot of stuff. But I'm going to put on a happy face, and we're going to do a stream. It's going to be fun times. I can't wait. We're going to have a great week ahead of us. That's all I'll say. But anyway, maybe. But I'm excited. Happy birthday, CJ. Oh my gosh, right there. That cheered me up. I'm so happy for you. Happy birthday. Let's wish CJ happy birthday in quarantine. I hope you're doing great. You really deserve it. You're always very nice. All right, so anyway, let's see here. So we have 3 stories to go over today, and then, of course, at the end of the stream, that's very sweet of you to say, Deb. At the end of the stream, you can ask me anything that you would like, of course. I'm just so happy to get a stream up today. I'm trying to make sure I do all the streams I'm supposed to do. All right, so anyway, yes, I am rocking an animal print. It's getting a little hot, too. It's just, it's hard. It's hard to keep your spirits up during this difficult time. And I'm really upset about my sleep schedule. I gotta tell you, I'm like really upset about my sleep schedule. It's like really annoying me. Okay. All right, so anyway. So where's everybody watching from today? And then we'll get to today's 3 stories. Hey, Juan, thank you for joining. I do want to thank everybody for being a member. I just can't tell you how helpful it is this time. Dancing Dog 60 went to the supermarket today. I love it. Evan says it's a beautiful day in Ohio. Well, Cartoon Serbia is fittingly in Serbia. Eric's in cloudy California. Cedric is in France. Tabitha is watching from South Carolina. Shade is in Baltimore City. Jesse's in Bakersfield. George Alexander is in London with a cup of tea and cookies. I think you mean biscuits, right? Thank you for translating into America for me. Let's see here. Guto is in a cloudy Brazil. Terry's in Edmonton. Kyle's in rainy LA, who just took a break for the live stream. I appreciate that. Alex is in Hyde Park, London. Oh, you're in the park? I love Hyde Park. I haven't been there in a long time, but I remember going there when I was little. Lisa says it's cold and rainy in Wisconsin. Hey, Zista says very humid in Kuwait today. Not that it matters. That's right. I haven't looked at the weather app in so long. LG Doe, yes, I saw the Umbrella Academy teaser today. Thank God they didn't release a full trailer because I slept in. But I'm very excited for there to be, hopefully, a trailer soon, like a legit trailer. It's going to be Umbrella Academy versus The Boys, hey, Gabriel, which is going to be really tough. I hope they don't come out close to each other. In some ways, Amazon is lucky because they're almost done. So in some ways, The Boys is lucky. Hey, so many new members. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Jander. Baby Geese, Madeline. I love Baby anything. But anyway, you would want a good month in between. They tweeted they're almost done with The Boys Season 2, so I would try and put that out in June, quite frankly. Oh, but it's going to be a great summer for superhero television. All right, I'm excited for both too, Gujo. All right, so let's get to the 3 stories of the day, and then, of course, as always, at the end of the stream, you may ask me anything that you would like. All right, story number 1. Hold on, where is it? Where did it go? There it is. I gotta move it. Very clandestine. And then, oh, wow, look, it's where it's supposed to be. Don't forget, Stargirl is on tonight in the DCEU. It's actually, I think, playing right now, right? I know one of you say you just paused it, and then it plays on the CW tomorrow. All right, so first story of the day, got trending. It's weird. Sometimes stuff trends, but no one cares about it on YouTube, which is interesting to me. I think sometimes it's the media pushing it, and then also sometimes you're like, David Arquette's returning for Scream 5, yay! Funny tweet, and then you're done with it. You don't really want to go into it more on like a video. So it's kind of hard to kind of like figure out what they're looking for. But anyway, David Arquette revealed today that he shall be returning for Scream 5. Neve Campbell, of course, has also been going around saying that she's talked to the producers, so it's happening. Mika, I do like Scream. I don't love the way Scream is developed. I really only liked the first Scream, but of course they've been able to get 4 movies out of it. Now, there's no clear indication as to whether or not it is a reboot or some kind of soft relaunch. I mean, they have the original actors coming back, but what are they going to do with it? It's going to be interesting to see. Unfortunately, this will be the first one that Wes Craven has not directed because he tragically passed away a little bit ago now at this point. So they're having the Ready or Not team. Remember Samara Weaving? So the director of that is going to be directing, and then the writer is going to be co-writing along with the guy who helped write Adam Sandler's Murder Mystery. I gotta tell you, I feel that Scream would be a better series. It was a series on Fox. No word on Courtney Cox yet, Christy, but how could you not have Courtney Cox? You try and bring everybody back. Drew Barrymore's not doing anything, Rodolfo. Why the heck not? Especially if it's a reboot. She's still alive then. But the first one is just so iconic and so good. And I know it was MTV, you're right. It was a series on MTV, which was nobody cared about. Although it held on for longer than you would think. But I think I don't think Kevin Williamson is writing Mika, but he is executive producing. So he's involved. He's getting money off of it, that's for sure. And they can say, look, Kevin Williamson approves. So yeah, you're right, Matthew. The MTV series did have fans. As I recall, a pretty darn good presence on social media, in fact. So we'll see. We'll see how it does. But I'll be curious. I'm just interested to see, what they do with it and if it's really popular. I mean, nostalgia is king in Hollywood right now, and this is, of course, a very big brand. Juan loved the MTV series. That's fantastic. Who here watched the MTV series? Who here is a Scream fan? Who's like, I love Scream, the franchise? I guess maybe because Halloween's so popular, they're like, why aren't we doing something with Scream? There's a little bit of a lag. I have to wait for you guys to catch up to me. Guto is not into Scream. Hey, Jay Scott. You're the second Jay Scott on here. I love it. Oh, a lot of Scream fans. Oh, Spyglass is like, we did a good job bringing this back. Oh, wow, look at Zacharias. Huge fan. Juan says Scream is iconic. Darren also says iconic. Deb says Scream for life. This is excellent. You guys have made me more excited for Scream 5 than I was just mere moments ago. Your enthusiasm is infectious. So I hope it looks good. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's the first story of the day. All right. George says, I'm a massive fan, and I was even born on Halloween. That's pretty nice. All right, so second story of the day. Boop. Okay. All right, so as I've told you before, Disney Springs is opening on Wednesday, this Wednesday, the day after tomorrow. You'll be able to go shopping at basically it's what downtown Disney is now called in Florida. So there's it's the Disney Shopping Center. It's got third-party stores, which will be part of the first wave, and then the second wave will be the Disney stores. The ones that are operating and have Disney merch. So anyway, it's opening on Wednesday. And so you guys are a little bit behind me, so Joseph's just asking, what's Disney Springs? So, the reason I put a Mickey Mouse skull and bones there is that today on their website, Disney put an incredibly blunt warning. So I'll read it to you. So they said, an inherent risk of exposure to COVID-19 exists in any public place where people are present. COVID-19 is an extremely contagious disease that can lead to severe illness and death. And basically, it goes on to say, if you come and step foot on Disney Springs, you are responsible for your own health. So if you die, it's totally on you. They're clearly trying to make sure they don't get sued. Because if you're going to catch coronavirus anywhere, you might as well catch it somewhere where they have deep pockets. But, yes, exactly. Dancing Dog is saying, enter at your own risk. But if it's just on the website, I think someone could argue they didn't see it. So the question is, will they actually put this on placards when you enter the facility, right? When you enter downtown Disney, will they be like, come on in, you could die, and that's on you, but welcome if you decide to continue. Bride Plot says, Florida is the sue me capital of the world. Glalie says, that's the most un-Disney thing I've ever heard. It's extremely un-Disney, and it's funny because I don't know if Bob Iger would have ever put that up. I think that's very Bob Chapek. Bob Chapek is like, you're not going to sue me. And so that's what he put up there. Now, I'm very curious to see how they can enforce everyone having to wear a mask. Because people are pretty mean about it, as we've seen. Someone at Target got their arm broken. It's like pretty bad. So Disney security is like the lowest of security. Because they don't want to fight anybody. And they hire people who you see the Disney security guards and you're like, what are you going to do? Besides call Orlando PD. Hi, Neek. So that's like a little bit of a complicated situation right there. And it makes me wonder if they'll put up the same warning at the theme parks. That's a great comment. What about the people who work there? Are they gonna, I think that's true. They're not going to say you can't sue us, anybody. Disney is saying, look, we're allowed to reopen. We know people want to be in here, but, you know, you can't. That's an interesting question. Amp says, good luck proving you caught it on Disney property. I think you can prove it. If there's an outbreak of people, if they can do contact tracing and find out that it went back to the facility and a number of people who were there that day got it, that's on Disney. So Disney is saying, Computer Man says you wear a mask, you can't see their smiles. That's funny. So yeah, I think that's pretty aggressive, and I don't know how Disney it is, but Disney's having financial issues. They don't want to have to pay any settlements to you. So yeah, so I think that's interesting. I think it kind of takes a little bit of the magic out of going to Disney, but I think they want to be super clear. I think that's the other thing. I don't think they want anyone going on television or to court saying Disney. I assume that if Disney reopened, that it was okay to go and that it would be safe because I trust Disney. Disney's like, don't say that. We're telling you up front that if you get it here, it's on you. So that's just very aggressive. It's extremely aggressive. So I'll be curious to see how things look. Shanghai was pretty uneventful when it opened on Wednesday, so I'm hoping last week. So I'm hoping like when Disney Springs open on Wednesday, we get some kind of idea of how it's going to look. But even at the same time, at the beginning, there'll be another boop, Youngie, don't worry. I think at the same time, the Disney stores won't be open just yet, so we're not going to get totally an idea of what Disney itself is doing. They'll do temperature checks when you walk in. They have, that kind of spacing, but it'll be interesting to see how this works. All right, so let me ask, would any of you go to Disney Springs on Wednesday? That's right, Josh loves movies. If you die, it's your fault. They can put that on a t-shirt. Hey, Raphael in Italy. No. Oh. Scott would go. Hey, Alfonso. A lot of nopes. No chance, says Tyler. Yes, says Computer Man. Lisa says, I live in Wisconsin, so I'm not even tempted. I love it, Lisa. Well, Disney Springs is free. Disney Springs doesn't cost anything to go to. It's a shopping center. It's an outdoor shopping center with restaurants and stores. It's lovely. It's not that Disney themed anymore, so I actually stopped going there myself because I'm like, I only have like so much time in Disney World. I don't want to spend it at a place that isn't appropriately themed. Scott, there's the original J. Scott, Disney. That's hilarious. That's very funny. Let's see here. Rashad says, let the first wave of people go and see if they come out alive. I like it. Am says, I live about an hour away and I'm not even going to shops closer to myself. Yeah. How badly do you need to go, really? They have an excellent Asian restaurant there, an Asian fusion restaurant, but I don't need to go. Oh, Madeline, you got to fly to Texas on Thursday? Wear a mask. And the plane should have one. So if you don't have one, they have to give you one. It's interesting. All right, so let's go to the third story of the day. All right. Boop. All right, so the third story of the day is that Jason Blum, he's not going to let no coronavirus stop him from making a movie, especially since his movies are so damn cheap. By the way, first off, the reason I picked that picture of him is because Jason Blum is trying to get more attention for himself, which I understand. He's like, other producers are famous, why not me? So he's decided to do it by really wearing really interesting suits to premieres. So there's a blood red suit that he wore to Happy Death Day 2, which I actually think is pretty nice. He had a yellow one that he wore to another recent premiere, which I did not care for. But he's really trying to be more noticeable. It's a fine line. You don't want to turn yourself into a clown. But I think a blood red suit for a horror producer is a pretty good idea. Although I would have preferred it if he just was sprayed with, like a white suit sprayed with blood. I think that would have been cooler, but he didn't go for that. But anyway, Jason Blum's a pretty interesting figure. So he's like, I want to try and make a movie. So he's going to film it on the Universal lot, and he's going to do it what I like to call Tyler Perry style, where he's going to have everybody at a hotel nearby, and there's going to be, for instance, no craft services. I guess they'll just bring like already made meals, so you're responsible for feeding yourself. But you can't leave, so you couldn't do that. But they're being very, very careful. So the idea is that if this works out, it'll be a blueprint for other productions. Like Hollywood really needs new content, as we all know. And I saw it was a funny thing. I saw Peter Bart, I think it was on Deadline, say that Netflix was releasing a ridiculous amount of content. Like, all of Hollywood is like, it's too much, Netflix. And Netflix is like, oh, is it now? But, even Netflix is going to eventually run out of new content. So it's difficult. So everybody's like, we got to be able to film. So Jason Blum's like, let me try it because my movies are so cheap. This one's going to cost $6.5 million. And the other thing is that, though, they can't get any insurance. So they don't want to have too big a budget because they can't get their money back. So if they have to stop shooting for some reason, they just lose it. There's no reimbursement. Now, they have said that even though they can't get insurance for the film itself, they are going to make sure that they have approval from local government agencies to make sure that it's okay. Because they don't want to get sued either. Right? They don't only want to lose the money they put in, they don't want to have to pay additional money out on top of it. So we'll see what happens. I think Jason Blum is actually a perfect person to experiment for this. I don't want to see a lot of shot-at-home content. Like, it was fun to see Parks and Rec and like the Disney sing-along, but I don't want to see like those movies. Like, remember they were making them there for a while? Remember the one where everybody was like on FaceTime, right? Those horror movies for a while? I don't want to see that. I don't think that I would enjoy that at all. But I mean, and also, I don't know how the actors are all going to be 6 feet apart. Maybe it's just one person in the movie, and everyone just kind of like stays away from them, and they just have single scenes. Maybe. I mean, I could see it maybe working. Yeah, Unfriended. You're right, moviegoer. Yeah, you're right. So, I mean, I think it could maybe work. Searching was good, Lisa, but they were, I think Searching was very good. It could be as good as Searching. But, that's the thing. That was one movie. I don't want like 5 or 6 of these. I would not enjoy that at all. So I think this could maybe work, and let's see what kind of project it is. I think it's not a bad idea. All right, so hold on. Let me get rid of the marker. All right, so it's 4:23. You can ask me anything you'd like until 4:33. Evan, it was just a frustrating day. Largely, it's my sleep schedule, which is really annoying me, and that's on me. Darren, I've never been to Ireland. I've been to the UK, but I've never been to Ireland. Oreos or chocolate chip cookies? Chocolate chip cookies. So delicious. I'm not making any more in quarantine now. It makes too many cookies. I had to throw a bunch of them away. I was like, I can't eat these. It's not good. Thomas, I love Harley Quinn. I'm very upset that it's a weekly show, though. It should be bingeable. I'm going to cover it when it's all done. Like, I wanted to cover Harley and Ivy's kiss, but I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, so now I got to wait for it to play out. And so they're clearly going to play it out for the rest of the season, so now I got to wait. Hey, David, you can get a hi. Ulysses, I love Mrs. America. When she got hit in the face with a pie in this last episode, Kate Blanchett, I was like, that's great television right there. They had the music cue come in, and it was so well filmed. I was like, I love this show. Mrs. America is a phenomenal show that everyone should be talking about, but no one is talking about because it's on Hulu. As you can see, I'm a little upset today. Mika says, how do you feel about the videos of angry people at shops and restaurants arguing with employees about masks? I think it's disgusting. That also kind of sometimes makes me a little upset because it makes me feel bad about humanity. I'm like, why would you be so mean to somebody who's trying to make money for themselves and have a job? It's like, why? Like, oh, you need money? You need to be employed? Well, now risk your life for me because I just don't want to wear a mask. It's not that hard to wear a mask. Chico, last night's episode of Killing Eve. There's only 2 left, and I don't think enough's happened this season. I don't like how Eve and Villanelle have been apart the whole freaking time. I'm kind of disappointed, but I keep watching it. I love Stranger Things, Max. I think it's an excellent show. Eduardo said, my job had to get a security officer due to people getting mad they had to wear masks. I hope that man or woman who's working security for you is okay. Because somebody tried to tell someone at a dollar store to put a mask on, and they came back and shot him in the head. I mean, that's so horrible. And he was a father of 5. I thought that was just so appalling. It was just disgusting. Joshua, HBO Max is putting out everything that I put up in the recent video. Those are the dates for the original content. That's right, computer man. Humans. Go figure. Dancing Dog, I reviewed Stargirl. I loved it. I think it's a phenomenal show. I think watching it week to week kind of sucks, but, you know, it's crazy. I'm sworn to, as far as the Snyder Cut goes, I'm sworn to absolute secrecy on everything else that I know. But we will be discussing it soon, as I told you yesterday. Daniel, I'm worried about Wonder Woman 1984. It better frickin' come out already. It's taking too long. Pretty much the whole frickin' movie's up on spoiler sites. But I still think it looks good. Portis, I'm not sure when comic books come back. Somebody wrote a comment on one of my videos that their father works at Marvel in New York and they were furloughed. So the people aren't even in the office, which I think is pretty horrible. Carlos says, do you think Margot Robbie is a good fit for the Barbie movie? That's a tough call. I think she certainly looks like a Barbie doll. I think that's great. But she's already Harley Quinn, and I think it's tough to be multiple characters like that are so iconic. But I can't really make a judgment call until I see what the movie looks like. Oh, that's sweet of you to say, Miss Bubbles. You guys are great. I love all of you. You definitely lighten my day. Aaliyah says, if Tenet is delayed, Wonder Woman 1984 October date, I don't see them moving Dune. No, the movie theater, I didn't come up with the December thing. The movie theater companies, the rumor is amongst them, and I hope it was reported in the trades, that Wonder Woman would move to December if Tenet gets delayed. I think Warner Brothers has, they must have, they don't have anything in October, right? Maybe they feel it's too close to Godzilla versus Kong? I'm not sure. It's really, they have a bad, we're starting to get to a point where it's like a lot of dominoes. Matthew says, when do you think Tenet will start its marketing? That's a good question. I think they have to start at least a month out. They could blitz it a month out. They could be like, yeah, you know, a month before the movie comes out, we'll just, you know, because there's no other movie, so it won't be that hard to get the advertising space, and ad rates are down. So I would say if they don't start advertising it by mid-June, it's not opening. They have to make a call soon. Thank you, Juan. Anne Hathaway's The Witches is in October. And they, you know, when the heck are they going to move that? Thank you for reminding me. I forgot what time we were going to. We'll go till like 4:35. Daniel, I'm not sure how Scoob did. They didn't release any information from Warner Brothers, which I think is a little bit concerning. To Movie Lover, I love your Bob 2 there. If Tenet is delayed, will Bob 2 move Mulan? I think he will move Mulan, and I bet he moves it to streaming or PVOD. Because just where is it going to go at this point? It's taking too long, and he has his own backlog of movies. I don't think Disney would want to be first. I don't think Disney wants to be first in theaters. I think that's too much responsibility. Oh, bye, Brent. You have to go back to Patience? I'm glad I can help you de-stress. You stay safe as well. Joseph, I don't know about Mulan for Christmas because they have other stuff there that they want to put out. And then also Black Widow, of course, is coming out in early November. Alfonso says, can Black Widow make it to $1 billion in PVOD sales? No way. No way could it make it to $1 billion. But could it still make it to $1 billion even now? I don't think you're going to see a $1 billion movie for a while. All my birthdays are awesome, Madeline. Any birthday's fun. I think they're great. Thomas, favorite James Wan movie? Aquaman. Hands down. Such a phenomenal film. Oh, Fudge Muffins said my students loved Scoob. I'm so happy to hear that. Luke says, Grace, do you think the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision will keep their dates? Maybe. They have time to decide. Nick says, do you think this fall is too crowded? I'm going to make a video about it this week. We'll discuss. It's your unbirthday, Mike? That's great. Mika says, what shows are you watching other than Mrs. America and Snowpiercer? I'm going to watch The Lovebirds tonight because the embargo lifts Wednesday morning, so I'm going to review it tomorrow and get ready. I watch Killing Eve. I watch Billions. I was watching Westworld. I watched Shark Tank, but now that's over. I watch Mom, but I don't think they have any new ones. I'm watching Man of the Plan, although I don't really like it anymore. I watch Simpsons and Family Guy, but that's about it. Three more minutes. Jonathan says, how high are expectations for WandaVision? Through the roof. I'm very excited about it. Think how long it's been since we've had any Marvel content. It's ridiculous. I don't watch Bob's Burgers. Zach, I just talked about Tenet and Mulan and PVOD. Luke says, finished Fleabag and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That's great TV right there. You had a great time, I'm sure. Oh, my pleasure, Youngie. You have a great evening, too. Zeester says, studios for now should focus on animation. I agree. Mike says, favorite ice cream flavor. You know, I don't really eat dairy anymore, so occasionally I'll try to have a little something, but I really don't. So I don't really eat ice cream. If I'm going to have traditional ice cream, I like Rocky Road. Because I don't actually like ice cream that much itself. I like stuff in ice cream, so I like Rocky Road. But I really like gelato. I've become a big gelato fan. It's less creamy, less dairy, very tasty, and I feel it's a little bit better. Lloyd, the next watch-along party will be Artemis Fowl on June 12th. Oh, Pyromatic says, my uncle's drive-in theater just opened in Kentucky. That's fantastic. I hope it does well. Kyle also loves gelato. And Rashad loves Rocky Road, too. A lot of gelato fans. You guys have good taste. Literally. Jeremiah says, I just got a year of Apple TV for free. What's the top recommendation? Defending Jacob. For sure. Fantastic program. And it's almost done, so you should be able to binge it. Yes, that WandaVision video will come out this week. I have to do the notes for it. Hi, Stephanie. I miss Italy too, Computer Man. It's a good thing I saw Venice, because I think it's underwater now. We're going to be underwater in a minute. Oh, CJ has a birthday question. You mentioned the other day about your Young Avengers video not doing good. Can you explain what you meant by that? What does it look like when a video does well? Oh, that's a good question. It ended up doing better than I thought it would. It was a slow burn. But, if I had released a Young Avengers video around the time that WandaVision was coming out and they were introducing Wiccan and Speed, that could have hit like 100K. So that's what my thing is. There's just people I think are just kind of checked out from the entertainment space right now, so it's very stressful, like having to come up with stories and figure out how to cover them, but at the same time not feel like I'm doing clickbait. So it's hard to do. It's very stressful. It's very stressful. You take care too, Miss Bubbles. Oh, it's 4:35. All right, I must get to work. Thank you so much for joining me today. I had a lovely time talking to you, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye. Bye, everybody.